Hey Facebook, how are we today? I hope you are well. So I haven't done a live for ages because I've broken my mobile phone. And when I say broken my mobile phone, basically I've got no sound. So I did a live in London on the weekend and there's no sound at all. So sorry for those of you that watched that video and there was no sound. I will do another version of it when my phone is sorted. I'm trying to decide which phone to get. So my phones have to be attached to my headphones for me to get any sound. So I'm on my laptop today anyway. So this it's quite an interesting live for you guys today. So today is the last day of my financial year. So we're starting to just kind of piece together the last few bits and, you know, get to the point where we get to the end of the day and we know where we've finished in terms of our results, in terms of our turnover, profits, and all these sorts of things. I mean, there's some work to do after today, but we'll definitely know what we've turned over by the end of today. And I'm so excited, and I've got a bit emotional this afternoon because I think I just feel quite proud of myself and quite proud of the team and quite proud of us and the business that we're creating here. And I've looked at the numbers this afternoon and I wanted to share with you that by doing some simple things at the beginning of the year, making some decisions last year about what we were going to do for this year, simple things like try to increase the average fee value. So the average spend that a customer would actually spend with us. So rather than focusing on lower fees, we would try to increase the fees. So we get paid more money for ultimately the same work. Things like concentrating on slightly bigger deals. You know, we started to do blocks of flats rather than single units, concentrating on introducing additional revenue streams into the business. So even simple things like when we do our rent-to-rent setups, we will charge for a bedding pack. If a new tenant moving in needs a new bedding pack, we'll buy it, we'll put a margin on it, and we'll sell it, and we'll make a bit of money there. So last year, we concentrated at the end of the year on what we were going to do to bump things up this year. And this year, we've turned over 3 times what we turned over last year, which is amazing. I'm very excited about that. But what's really, really cool is it looks like we're going to come in from a profitability perspective between 5 and 6 times the profit of what we made last year in comparison. Now, for me, that's incredible. Like 2.5 years ago, November 2015, we started the business, and all I ever set out to do at that point was pay off some debt. You know, I had my £60,000 that I needed to clear, which most of you know about because I talk about it a lot, but I had that money that I needed to clear, and I never really set out to create a business. I didn't really know what was coming. And this afternoon, I've bought a new Mac this week, and I'm just in the process of transferring all my files over and stuff. And I found the first ever proposal that I sent out to the landlord that gave me my first ever rent-to-rent deal. And I've just been reading it, and it's so different to what I send out now. It's so basic. It's just a letter, and it's got in it what we propose. It's got the financials in it. It's got all these bits and pieces. But the point of, and the reason I jumped onto here to do a little live was because the point is that it really wasn't perfect. It's just a letter. There's no branding on it. There's no address on it. There's no, you know, it's really not a brilliant letter. But it's the letter that got me started, and it's the proposal that got me going. And actually, I had no idea what that document was going to create in my life. And it has gone on to lead to a portfolio that we now run in Milton Keynes, which is amazing. It's now, you know, I've got the other businesses around it. You know, we're slowly building our development side. I'm doing more training. You know, there's other bits and pieces that we're doing to add additional revenue into the business. But the point that I want to make is that in November 2015, I had none of those things working for me. I had no reputation. I had no ability to pass referencing with agents. I had no trading history. So if you looked at my bank accounts and things like that, there was nothing in there. In fact, there was all minuses. You know, I had no money at all of which to speak of. I had really not much at all. And all I did was start to send out offers. And people say to me a lot of the time, you know, what is the secret to doing deals? What's the secret to doing loads of deals? What's the secret to billing £100,000 in your first year? What's the secret to that? And I really think about it quite a lot of the time. Actually, it all comes back to you putting offers out. If you're not putting offers out, you will never do any deals. You had a one-to-one call with one of my clients this morning. What's it coming down to? How many offers have you put out? Well, none. You're never going to get any offers accepted if you're not putting offers out. So a little moment to reflect, right? And what I wanted to do was share this with you, because you guys, actually, this community helps me to grow my business, because every time I get asked a question that I don't know the answer to, I have to go and learn it, I have to put it into place, I have to practice it, understand it, so I then can share it back with you when it works or doesn't work or whatever it might be. And one of the really important things that I need you guys to understand is, as tomorrow is the first day of my new financial year, which is amazing. But for whatever stage you're at, wherever you're sitting today, if you don't start putting more offers out, you're not going to do the business. Yeah, you're just not going to. And so whenever you're looking back and looking over a week or a month or a year and thinking, it's not working or it hasn't worked out, just to be clear, there's been loads of things that have happened this year that haven't worked out quite as I planned. It hasn't all been roses. But actually, I think a lot of the time, if you come back to what is it that I'm not doing that's not getting me the results that I want, I think you'll find if it's very specifically property related, it's because you're not putting out enough offers. And quite often that's because you're so worried about making sure that the offer is perfect, that it's all positioned right, that you've got everything in place, that it stops you from doing that thing. And ultimately, finding that letter today while I've been doing my file moving has reminded me how important it is to just start taking action and get perfect later. It's really important, because if you don't start something now, actually you're never going to start to progress, because you'll always be waiting for that next step, that next movement. So offers, make more offers more often to more people. That is my message. And also to thank you guys for helping me and being part of the group. You guys answer my questions when I get stuck on things. I can help you guys out as well. I love this community, it's amazing. So massive thank you for being part of what I've managed to achieve this year. I'm really proud of us, I'm really proud of the team, I'm really proud of all the guys that I work with in joint venture partnerships. Every single one of you that works with me is awesome. I love you all. You make my life amazing. I have so much fun every day. So thank you for that. And the last thing to kind of take away from this is you should be looking back on a regular basis of how you're doing, whether you are on track with what it is you set out to do in the first place. We have weekly check-ins in the business, we have monthly, we have kind of quarterly, and we have annual. I'm just having my very emotional annual check-in today because it is the end of the year. But what you guys should also be doing on a regular basis is either with your business partner, or if you're on your own, with maybe an accountability partner or something like that, somebody else in the group, somebody you can work with that you can talk to and like bounce ideas off of. Are you still on track with what you set out to do in the first place? This is one of the most distracting industries I think I've ever come across. It really is. I can get caught into Rightmove. I don't know about you guys, but I can get started on Rightmove. 3 hours later, I'm looking at like castles for sale in Scotland that I could live in. And I'm like, no, this isn't where I started. I was trying to look for rent to rent. It's so distracting. By having an idea of exactly where it is you want to be heading, by starting with that kind of end in mind, every decision you make, every movement you make, every choice you make, every step you make, every challenge that comes across, you can look at it and say, am I spending the time really on something that is going to achieve that bigger, higher goal for me? Now, I've spent the morning with my business partner, Justin. We've had a big planning session of what's coming in the next kind of 6, 9, 12 months. Loads of really fun stuff. So I'm very excited. I can't tell you yet, but I will do. And, I'm absolutely buzzing. But that comes from being able to look back and see the progress that we've made, the steps that we've taken, the people we've helped, the exciting stuff that's happened, and also the shit stuff that's happened, the bad days that we've had, all the bits and bobs that have gone on that haven't necessarily gone to plan, the people that have let us down, the people we've let down unintentionally. There's always going to be that in business. But come back to, are you on the right path? Is it all part of the bigger goal? And are you on the right direction? If you can say yes to those things, then put the effort in, put the time in, put the energy in to make it happen. Get the offers out. Don't be frightened of that. Chase the offers up and make sure that you're on the right path to where you want to be, because what's important to you is where you need to get to, not what's important to other people or what other people are doing or compared to anyone else or anything like that. Think about what's important to you and are you on the right path? So I'm just having a little afternoon of reflection. I thought I'd share that with you guys. It's been an amazing year. I'm very excited about what's coming next year. And yeah, thank you very much. And I hope you're having an amazing day and you're enjoying the sunshine and all that sort of stuff. I will catch you guys later. Bye.